Most household cleaners are filled with all sorts of toxic ingredients. Not only that, but you're predominantly paying for plastic and water. I don't know about you, but I'd like to leave the land a little better than I found it, rather than leaving a plastic mess for the next generation. So I'm trying to reduce my plastic and the toxins in my household. I've got some great tips for you today on how to make your own cleaning products that reduce your plastics and the toxins in your home. Most cleaning products can be made with a few really simple ingredients. What I love about making my own cleaning products at home, one of the things that I love, is that I can buy the ingredients bulk and reduce the waste and the trips to the grocery store. For this, I love getting to use Azure Standard products. Now, this is a sponsored video from Azure Standard, but I'm really excited about that because Josh and I have personally used Azure Standard products just like this for about the last 20 years in our own home, and we absolutely love them. One of the products that I would not be without is this distilled vinegar. Regular distilled vinegar that you buy from the grocery store is about 5%. It also can be made with all sorts of crazy things, including petroleum. Yeah, they're actually making vinegar out of petroleum, or sometimes it's out of genetically modified grains. So I love knowing exactly where my products came from and that they're really good quality and they're not supporting any questionable practices that I wouldn't want to be supporting. The really neat thing about the Azure Standard vinegar, though, is that it's actually 11%. Which means it's concentrated. It's like double strength. So for any recipe you use, you can actually cut this in half. So when you buy 1 gallon of vinegar, you're actually getting 2 gallons worth of vinegar, which I think is really, really great. Another product that I love having on hand is the big bulk thing of really good quality dish soap. This means that I don't have to buy dozens of little tiny plastic packages of dish soap for my home, and really helps me reduce the packaging. I also buy baking soda from them in the big 25-pound bag and store it in a bucket. And so I always have that on hand, whether it's for cooking or for cleaning or for beauty products or for anything else you can come up with. For baking soda, we use it as a shampoo replacement a lot of times, all sorts of things. And then of course, optionally, if you want to scent any of your cleaning products, you can use an essential oil, and they have some good quality essential oils over there. I love using a sweet orange oil for any cleaning products that I have around the house. I just think it gives a really nice uplifting and yet calming scent to the home. So today I'm going to be showing you 3 all-purpose cleaning products that I love to use around my home. This is my favorite all-purpose spray. It's super easy to make up, it smells great, and it cleans just about anything really well. Now, if you want the exact measurements here, go ahead and jump on over to the blog post, and I will have a complete written article there for you, along with downloadable instructions and the recipes. But this is great to use on just about any surface except for any stone surface. It can pit stone or marble or granite, anything like that. Now remember, if you're using the Azure vinegar, you want to cut the vinegar amount in half and replace that with water. There we go. So it's just distilled vinegar, some water, and some essential oils if you want it. Ooh, I love that smell. If you want to make a really big batch of a cleaning solution and let it sit in your shelf for, more than about a month, you'll want to use distilled water. But because we're going to use this up pretty quickly, I'm just using our regular old water that comes right out of the tap today. Filtered water is great too. Okay, and a few drops of that in a nice glass spray bottle, and you're ready to spray it on any surface that needs it and wipe it up, and you have an all-purpose cleaner. Whenever I need to sanitize something, which happens a lot around here when we have animals and kids, I want something with a little bit more cleaning power. So I use my sanitizing spray. Now this is very similar to the first cleaning spray. It just has the water in it. It has the vinegar, but it has a little bit less vinegar in here because to give it that extra sanitizing power, we really want to add something like a high proof vodka. This is just an Everclear, a 151 proof. I have this around because I make tinctures out of it a lot for medicinal purposes. You could also use a rubbing alcohol, an isopropyl alcohol, if that's what you have on hand. That would work just fine. So again, check out the recipe in the blog post. And then a little bit of an essential oil of your choice. Some of them really add to the sanitizing power, like a tea tree oil or a rosemary oil. Those are all very sanitizing. Or of course you could just go with the scented version because the alcohol is pretty sanitizing all by itself. The combination of vinegar and alcohol is really sanitizing, so it does a really good job. All right, now we're just gonna put it back in our spray bottle here and give it a little shake before we use it up. And we're ready to go ahead and spray down any surface that needs a little extra sanitizing power. Another cleaning solution that I make up all the time when I have something that needs a little bit more scrubbing power, something like the oven, maybe the stove top, maybe an area in the sink that needs a little bit of extra cleaning, is my special paste, my cleaning paste. So right here I have my baking soda. Again, I buy this bulk because it has so many incredible uses around the household, around the homestead. We use this for all sorts of things, so I make sure to always keep it on hand bulk. So this is about a 1/4 cup of baking soda, but it really doesn't matter how much you grab. And then we have our dish soap. Now this is just that bulk dish soap that I buy from Azure Standard. I just love not having to have all those little tiny bottles of plastic that I just throw away at the end of every single use. That just drives me crazy. I don't like it from an environmental standpoint, and I don't like it from a budget standpoint because I feel like I'm just buying things just to throw them away, which doesn't make much sense to me. Okay, so I'm just getting enough dish soap in here to wet down my baking soda. You could put a little bit of essential oil on this if you wanted, but we usually wash it right off when we're done. So you're gonna rinse it off when you're done using it. So I don't find that the essential oil scent lasts very much, so I don't really bother in here. Okay, and I have a great cleaning paste all ready to use. Now when you wanna use it, you're just gonna rub it onto a spot that needs some extra rubbing power, and you're going to wipe it off with a rag and then follow that up with another damp rag, and it'll help you scrub off just about everything you need to get off. It works really well for things like really baked on spots on dishes and pots also, and a really good way to keep your dishes looking really nice and clean.